Number one, does Paul Ryan have the votes? He's going to need 216 to get this through the House. The Speaker breaking out a PowerPoint presentation today, trying to illustrate to his members and to the country why he thinks this bill is the best and really the only option, he says, for Republicans moving forward on this. Also, while he was doing that, Vice President Mike Pence, he also made his way to the Hill today. He's meeting with skeptical Republicans. There have been many of them coming forward these past few days. Ryan says he's confident he's going to have the votes. The detractors right now, they are making an awful lot of noise. Will they fall into line in the end? That's a key question here. Also, there is this. How on board is President Trump with this in terms of selling it? Trump has been in closed-door meetings this week with Republican, with conservative interest group leaders, with lawmakers. The question, though, is he going to go public? Is he going to barnstorm the country? Is he going to go to key states? Is he going to be active on Twitter? How public is the president going to be in trying to ramp up the pressure on his own party? There are hopes from many Republicans trying to pass this that he will do just that, but with just one event right now on the president's public schedule next week and the clock ticking toward that House vote, how much time does he have and how public will he be? Chris Jansing is over at the White House. So, Chris, we initially had some reports yesterday that maybe the president would be on his way to Kentucky to campaign for this. Turns out it's going to be the vice president. And it does raise a question with some people. How engaged is Donald Trump really going to be on this over the next week?
There seems to have been a little bit of a shift, and you hit on the key part of that, public versus private. He is going to go out there. We already know through his campaign website, by the way, that is still up and running. He's going to go to Nashville next week, and according to Sean Spicer, he is going to go out officially, and they will have it officially from the White House to some other states. But when I talked to a senior White House official early today, there did seem to be a shift away from getting out there, getting in public, and more to, as it was described to me, more on these personal meetings, more meetings, a lot more meetings than anything else. And we've already seen that, right? Yesterday, we saw him meeting with some representatives of some key conservative organizations. Today at lunch, he had about a dozen key members of Congress, including Jim Jordan, who has been one of the most vocal critics of this. He has a repeal bill that he is putting out there. So he is really counting a lot on his ability to meet with people one-on-one in small groups and do a lot of convincing of them. Who's key to organizing all this? The vice president, as you said, who has a lot of experience on the Hill. They call Mick Mulvaney, Steve, his OMB director, their secret weapon because of his time with the Freedom Caucus, which he was one of the organizers of. And Reince Priebus, one of the other things we'll be looking for as he has these meetings, will he bring in groups like the American Medical Association, AARP, which have a lot of sway out there and which have come out against it, Steve.
All right, Chris Jansing over there at the